Power is seen decapitating animals in the forest and drinking blood from them. She continues to spend time with Mioi, who starts to grow on her. When the Bat Devil captures Mioi and requests a human in return, Power doesn't hesitate and heads towards the city, all while wondering why is she doing it. She finds saving Mioi a foolish reason as she loves blood. However, she recently realized that blood is warm and it feels pleasant. Power wakes up holding Mioi being held by Denji, with the Bat Devil's intestines surrounding them. She wonders why Denji saved her as she attempted to kill him. He points at her chest and that he wants to touch her, but she thinks it's a foolish reason. She apologizes for deceiving him, and since Mioi is safe, she will allow him to touch her. Denji gets excited and raises his arm, but it gets blown off at that moment. The Leech Devil then picks up his arm and eats it. Power is unable to move and tells Denji to take Mioi and run. Denji pulls the cord on his chest, but only a small chainsaw comes out and he figures he must be low on blood. The Leech Devil guesses that Denji killed her man, the Bat Devil. The devil finds Denji cute and her type, so she decides to let him go. However, the devil intends to kill Power and Mioi. Hearing that, Denji prepares to fight and the Leech Devil states if that's the case, he will also be dying. As they start to fight, Denji runs around trying to dodge her attacks. Eventually, he manages to land a punch, but the Leech Devil pushes him back, stating that he seems quite weak to be able to kill the Bat Devil. She reveals they had a dream where she and he would kill all humans, a noble and romantic dream. Denji refuses to die before he is able to cop a feel. The Leech Devil finds his dream to be quite bad. He runs at the devil and manages to cut her neck with the small chainsaw on his head. Denji then rants about how everyone makes fun of his dream and how much better dreams they have. Getting angrier and angrier, he states they should have a dream battle, and if he kills her, it would mean her dream was weaker than his. The Leech Devil mocks him that even his yelling is weak. Then, Denji runs at her. Avoiding her attacks, he grabs an intestine and starts wrapping it around the Leech Devil, making her drop to her knees. Their fight becomes wilder as they exchange blows and Denji starts acting crazier and crazier. Eventually, he jumps at her, but she pierces his chest with her tongue, defeating him. As she is about to eat him, Aki shows up and uses Kan, eating the Leech Devil's head with the Fox Devil. The Fox Devil asks Aki for permission to swallow the Leech Devil and Aki gives it. Aki confirms the extermination of the Leech Devil and orders the newbie devil hunters that came with him to do search and rescue. He then asks Himeno, as his senior, to keep watch for more devils. Denji wakes up in the hospital where Aki tells him that they found his arm and it only needed some blood infusion to reattach. Denji notes that Aki looked quite friendly with the Fox Devil. Aki explains that devil hunters formed contracts with devils in order to fight against them. In exchange for power from the Fox Devil, Aki offered a bit of his body as food. In this case, it was some skin. Denji tries to reach for the apples that Aki was cutting, but Aki pulls them away. Aki states that devils and fiends yearn for the death of humans. Denji states that power seems cool. Aki reveals that they found them by following surveillance cameras, which led to a house where supposedly the Bat Devil was, and there was a lot of Denji's blood there. Aki guesses that Power tried to kill Denji, but doesn't know why Denji is protecting her. Denji plays dumb and states he doesn't know what happened. Aki recalls that there were reports of people wanting to thank the Chainsaw Devil as it saved them. He tells Denji that if he keeps digging, he will need to write a report that will lead to Power disposal along with Denji as he covers for her. However, as there are no fatalities and if Denji accepts one condition, Aki will forget about it. Aki pushes the apples to Denji and asks him to listen to him and he will continue with his current lifestyle. While eating the apple, Denji agrees and states that he may not have a big dream or be as serious as Aki, but Aki can count on him. Outside of the hospital room, Power is waiting with Himeno. As Aki leaves, Power states he should have gotten confirmation from Denji that she is innocent. Himeno notes that if he releases her and she kills someone, it will be Aki's responsibility. Aki releases Power and states they are devil hunters, and if the devils and fiends are useful, they will use them against their enemies. In the evening, Aki visits Makima at the headquarters and reports about Denji and Power. He explains that while they were patrolling, they ended up going outside the patrol zone and discovered a house they felt had a devil inside it. He states Denji eliminated the Bat Devil, the Leech Devil attacked Denji, but Division 4 exterminated the Leech Devil. He states they did not find any gun flesh in the two devils. Makima thanks him for the report, but notes that Denji and Power managed to get quite far without anyone noticing. Aki states they can overlook it since there were no fatalities and they were able to get rid of two devils. Makima accepts it but notes that Aki seems more flexible now and wonders if it's due to Denji's influence. However, Aki denies that he has changed. In the morning, Aki wakes up and washes. After making himself a coffee, he goes and sits on his balcony. Then Denji wakes up and goes to the bathroom. While Denji eats breakfast, Aki starts doing house chores. Later, Aki starts to prepare curry for lunch. Aki and Denji hear someone knocking violently on their door. When they go to check the door, they see Power break the door and enter. Power states that their place looks pitiful. Aki gets a call from Makima, who tells him that she wants to put Power under his care too, just like Denji. Makima assures him that Power promised to behave. The three are about to eat lunch, but seeing veggies on her plate, Power picks it up and throws it away, stating she doesn't like the food. Both Denji and Aki scold her for misbehaving and wasting food, but she doesn't care. Power then clogs the toilet as she doesn't like to flush each time, and that she only likes to bathe from time to time. As Denji and Aki complaining, she finds them absurd and delicate. Denji is trying to unclog the toilet when Power comes and points at her chest and signals a grab. She states she is fulfilling her promise and will let him touch her. She sits on the toilet and tells him he has 3 squeezes. One for saving Miaoi, one for killing Bat Devil, and one for protecting her from Aki. She originally did not intend to allow him but changed her mind. Excited, Denji thinks she is an angel. Power lets Denji get a feel, but he feels strange and something falls off. Power reveals its pads that make her breasts bigger and lets him touch her 2 more times. She then boosts it must have felt good and leaves the bathroom. Denji is left dumbstruck, wondering if this was all. The next day, Denji doesn't have appetite and goes patrolling with Power, but is totally spacing out and unmotivated. Later in the office, he signs some documents that Makima makes him, but she notices he feels down and wonders what's on his mind. Denji explains he got what he always wanted, but it didn't feel great when he got it. He wonders if in the future he wants something, if he will be again more happy during the process of getting it than when he gets it. Makima asks him what he means, and Denji tells her that he touched a woman's breast for the first time and didn't feel that good. Makima then takes his hand and tells him that she believes in cases like that, the more you know the person, the better it feels. While playing with his hand, she tells him that he needs to look at the other person's hand, the length of their fingers, if their hand is cold or warm, the shape of their ears. She then bites his finger, asking him if someone had bitten it before. She tells him to remember the feeling, and even if he doesn't see, he can tell it's her from how hard she bites him. Makima places his hand on her chest. After a moment, Denji panics and falls on his back. Makima tells him that she has a request and wants him to defeat the Gun Devil. She explains that the Gun Devil appeared 13 years ago in America, but his current location is unknown. It's a strong devil that every devil hunter dreams of defeating. She believes since Denji is special, he can kill it, and if he does, she will grant him 1 wish. Denji gets excited, realizing he can ask about anything, including dirty stuff. Makima shares that when devils appeared, people started using more guns, but that resulted in conflicts which caused people to be even more afraid of guns. Then there was a massive terrorist attack with guns in America, and that's when the Gun Devil appeared. During the terrorist attack, young Aki wants to play catch with his father, but his father refuses as his brother Taiyo isn't feeling well and tells Aki to go and play alone. Taiyo decides he wants to play with Aki and goes out with him to play. Outside, Aki is annoyed at Taiyo and throws a snowball at him, telling him to not follow him, but Taiyo throws a snowball back at him. They throw several balls at each other. Taiyo feels his hands freezing, and Aki, not wanting his brother to catch cold, tells him to go back inside and takes his gloves so they can play catch. After Taiyo gets back inside the house, their house gets blown away. Makima explains that the Gun Devil had killed 1.2 million people within 5 minutes, and after that, the Gun Devil disappeared, but people's fear of devils increased, and so the strength of the devils. To keep the Gun Devil's strength under control, it made a law that forbids people from keeping guns and limited news on cases that involved guns. Denji states that if he do his best, he should be able to defeat the Gun Devil. Makima then states their first step is finding the Gun Devil. She shows bullets, stating they are pieces of the Gun Devil's flesh. As the devil moves too fast, some pieces from his body gets burned and detached. When a devil eats a piece, it gets stronger due to the Gun Devil. Makima explains that the pieces stick together, and when they get big enough, they will go back to the original body. Meanwhile, Aki finds another piece from the Gun Devil after killing the fish devil who ate it. The public safety gets a new mission. Someone saw a devil in Hotel Morin. Several civil devil hunters had died when they tried to kill the devil. There is a chance that the devil ate one of the pieces of the Gun Devil. 6 devil hunters along with Denji are assigned to deal with the devil. Standing in front of the hotel and holding a piece from the Gun Devil, Aki confirms that the devil inside ate a piece too, as his piece is reacting towards the hotel. Denji guesses that it may be the Gun Devil himself, but Aki disproves it, stating the reaction should have been stronger. Hirokazu doesn't trust Power and Denji, and Aki tells him that he doesn't need to, as they will be the first to engage devils, and they can kill them if they decide to run away. Denji and Power wonder if Aki is grumpy due to the morning prank they made, but Aki gets more angry, stating it wasn't even a prank. Himeno tells him to not be hard on the kids. Denji agrees and states he didn't rest from fighting the Bat Devil and wants a reward. Himeno then states that whoever kills the devil will get a kiss on the cheeks from her. Denji gets excited but recalls his actions with Makima and states he doesn't need a kiss and have decided who he is going to be kissing. Denji explains that he was taught that such things feel good only when you know the person, and he doesn't even know Himeno's name, so he isn't interested in a kiss from her. Himeno then approaches him and tells him that if he kills the devil, she will give him a French kiss. Denji gets super motivated and rushes in first in the hotel. Hirokazu goes after Denji, wanting to stop him and explaining that Himeno has been helping him and taking care of him for half a year and can't let some nameless rascal take her lips, and it's better if Hirokazu gets a kiss on the cheek by her. Power and Kobeni join in Denji and Hirokazu's argument. Aki wonders if the newbies are good, and Himeno explains that Hirokazu isn't strong but has motivation, while Kobeni is not brave but she is strong. Aki believes that in a year they will either die or quit. Himeno then tells Aki to not die. Sometime earlier at the graveyard, Kishibe approaches injured Himeno and introduces her new teammate, Eki. Himeno asks him if he is useful, and Aki states probably. She explains that Eki is her sixth teammate, and all previous ones died because they were garbage. She then tells Eki to not die. The devil hunters keep looking for the devil inside the hotel. Himeno then stops and tells Eki that the devil is coming. A door then opens and a head with a hand and foot comes out. It jumps at Kobeni, but Himeno uses her devil to catch it. Power then creates a sword from her blood and slices the head in half. Power then states the devil got so scared of her that it froze, but Himeno explains it was her power. Himeno has a contract with the ghost devil and gave her Red Eye to use the devil's power, allowing her to control the devil's right hand. As that isn't the devil with the gun devil's piece, they proceed towards the next floor. Power wonders if it was okay for Himeno to tell her power if she intends to fight her if she goes wild. Himeno is fine with it and states she still have an ace in her sleeve. Power then wonders what she will do if he kills Kobeni, but Himeno then grabs her with the ghost devil and states she can kill her anytime. Power attempts to grab the devil's arm, but being the ghost devil, her hands just pass through the devil. Reaching the next floor, Hirokazu notices a blood splatter, which is the same as the one left from the death devil on the previous floor. He returns to check the label and see that they are still on the 8th floor instead on the 9th one. He then goes downstairs, but the rest see him coming from the upstairs. As Hirokazu comes from upstairs while going downstairs, the devil hunters realize something is wrong. Himeno asks Kobeni to make the peace sign and not move. Himeno then goes downstairs, but she also comes out from upstairs. Aki enters one of the rooms. He notices that on the other side of the window is another room. He goes into it and then leaves through the door, but finds himself in the same 8th floor opposite of the room he just entered. Denji confirms it too, saying that the room on the other side of the windows lead to the room directly across them. Aki then realizes they are stuck on the 8th floor. They attempt many things, but in the end conclude that it must be a devil's trick. They can't leave the 8th floor neither by going up or down the stairs. The windows lead to the rooms across them and elevators don't work. Going through the ceiling also results in going back to 8th floor. Denji blames Power for killing the head demon as it may have sealed them before it died, but she immediately states he made her kill him, which Denji denies. Aki explains that can't be true as the devil's power will disappear with the death of the devil. Himeno states it's the first time she had seen a devil use such tricks. Hirokazu guesses that other devil hunters will come helping them, but Himeno hopes they don't end up in the same trap as them. Kobeni cries, stating they will all die. She was forced being a sex worker or devil hunter, as her family needs money to send her smart brother to university. Seeing her cry, Power starts laughing at her. Aki notices that the clocks all stop at 8:18 and guesses the devil is able to stop the time on the 8th floor and likely no one will come saving them. Denji gets happy as that would mean he can sleep as much as he wants. Hirokazu calls him an idiot as they are stuck there forever. Denji states that may or may not be true and to wake him up when they figure it out. After a while, Himeno wakes up Denji and tells him that while he slept, they figured that water supply and electricity are still working. They also managed to get some food left by customers who had ran away. Aki refuses to rest and keeps looking for the devil. Hirokazu was supposed to go with Aki, but he is too scared and locked himself in a room. Kobeni went crazy, wanting to even drink from the toilet, and Himeno had to knock her out. Power has nothing else to do, so she is only thinking about a Nobel Prize and how humans will treat her like a god after she wins it. She will then become a prime minister and make the consumption tax a 100%. Denji states that Power is always like that, so Himeno relaxes. While looking after Hirokazu and Kobeni, Himeno lights her last cigarette. Denji notes she smokes the same brand as Aki, and Himeno explains that she taught him how to smoke. At some point earlier, Himeno asks Aki if he is smoking, but he denies it as it's bad for his health. As Aki doesn't want to make friends, Himeno guesses he became Devil Hunter as he wants to kill the Gun Devil. Since Devil Hunters die young, it doesn't matter if cigarettes harm their health. Aki states he won't die easy, and Himeno hopes that's the case as it's too much trouble when a teammate dies. Later, Aki sees a woman slapping Himeno, who then explains that she was the girlfriend of a former teammate. As those family members can't take on the devil, they usually take on the Devil Hunters. Aki then goes after the woman and puts a gum in her hair. He tells Himeno that she should fight back when people hurt her. Himeno is surprised but starts laughing. Later, while having dinner, Himeno gives a cigarette to Aki, hoping that if they are going to be teammates for a while that he starts to smoke. Aki accepts, stating it will be his only cigarette in his life. Back at the 8th floor, Aki returns to the group and asks Himeno if she has a cigarette, but she tells him she is currently smoking her last one. Aki then approaches her and wants the cigarette, and she gives it to him. Denji then blames them for an indirect kiss, but they ignore him. Aki states he has bad news. The devil they killed is getting bigger and bigger. They hear something on the hallway and come out and see the hallway is blocked by a pile of flesh with eyes, arms, etc. The devil then calls them stupid humans and that it wants to have a contract with them. The devil wants to eat Denji, dead or alive, and it will let all other leave unharmed. Kobeni then comes out of the room, holding a knife and telling Denji to let the devil eat him. She rushes at Denji, but Aki disarms her and Himeno knocks her down. Aki tries using a fox devil, but as he can't summon him, he guesses the place is completely secluded from the outside world, while the fox devil is in Kyoto. Himeno then uses her ghost devil, eating parts of the devil. The devil screams it hurts, but ends up becoming bigger. The devil states they are wasting their time as this isn't his real body, his heart isn't there, and this is only his stomach. The devil again asks them to make a contract with him. Denji guesses that it will still kill everyone, but Himeno explains that as long as they abide the contract, the devil will have to do it too, and whoever breaks it first will die. Hirokazu also comes out and suggests they kill Denji or they will die too. Aki states since the devil wants Denji dead, it must be beneficial to it somehow, so he refuses. Himeno also refuses, but Power is fine killing him, since if she can't leave, she can't win her Nobel Prize. Aki states that a fiend can't form a contract, so if she kills Denji, the devil doesn't need to keep his word. The group spends some more time thinking. Aki states that if necessary, he will use his sword, but Himeno forbids him. Denji wonders why, but Himeno states that if it comes to it, she will rather kill Denji than letting Aki use his sword. Hirokazu sees that all the food is gone. He sees Power chewing, but she denies it, stating that Denji ate it all. Kobeni then shows up and blames Power's powers for being unable to leave. Hirokazu tries to calm her, but she guesses he must be a spy for being on the devil's side. Power confirms it, but Hirokazu denies being a spy. Kobeni, however, approaches him, yelling he is a spy, causing him to be scared of her. The devil outside then grows bigger and starts chasing Aki, Himeno, and Denji, wanting Denji and stating it expands from fear. The devil states only he can kill Chainsaw and that he is Eternity Devil. The floor then turns 90 degrees. Hirokazu and Kobeni yell at Aki and Himeno to kill Denji. Aki decides to use his sword, but Himeno uses her devil on him to stop him. She explains that if he uses his sword, they will get out, but the contract he made will shorten his life, so she cannot allow it. Hirokazu jumps on Denji and Kobeni attempts to stab him, but Aki manages to move and protects Denji with his body, allowing himself to be stabbed. Aki states he doesn't care if Denji gets killed, but Denji wants to kill the Gun Devil and Aki can't do it alone. Even if he has less time to live, Aki needs as many devil hunters and won't let Denji die. Denji asks Power if she can stop Aki's bleeding. Power explains she can control her own blood and controlling someone else is difficult, but if Aki dies, she will lose the one who cooks for her. Guessing that Aki can die, Himeno loses her cool and starts wondering what they will do. Kobeni states it's not her fault, but Denji, who could have avoided all this if he let the devil eat him. Denji then states he will let the devil eat him, but he will still fight him, and if he has a chance, he will kill him, so Himeno shouldn't forget her promise about the kiss. Denji guesses the devil is afraid of the chainsaw, which is why it asked them to kill him. As the devil was screaming in pain when Himeno was attacking him, Denji guesses he will give him hell and force it to kill itself. Denji is annoyed that Aki did this for him and states that once they are out, they will be even. Pulling his cord, Denji then jumps into the hallway towards the Eternity Devil.